Johannesburg, Jozi, Egoli, the city of gold. It's a place where dreams are chased and fortunes are made and lost. But before the skyscrapers and the hustle, it all started with a glint in the ground. In 1886, gold was discovered in the heart of South Africa. Prospectors, adventurers and fortune seekers from all corners of the world flocked to the area. They came with picks and shovels, with hopes and dreams, all looking to strike it rich. The discovery of gold wasn't just about finding a shiny metal. It was the spark that ignited the creation of Johannesburg. A dusty patch of high-veld grassland quickly transformed into a bustling mining camp, tents giving way to corrugated iron shacks, then to brick buildings. It was a time of chaos and opportunity, of hardship and hope. From those rough beginnings, Johannesburg was born, forever linked to the allure and legacy of gold. The gold rush brought a wave of humanity to Johannesburg. Thousands upon thousands arrived, all eager for a piece of the golden pie. The population exploded, and with it came a surge of energy, ambition and lawlessness that shaped the city's early character. Mining was the lifeblood of early Johannesburg. Massive mine shafts were sunk deep into the earth, and headgears, those towering symbols of industry, rose above the growing city skyline. The clanging of machinery and the rumble of ore carts became the soundtrack of this burgeoning boomtown. But Johannesburg wasn't just about digging gold out of the ground. As the money flowed, so did the need for goods, services and entertainment. Businesses sprang up, banks opened their doors, and a distinctly urban landscape began to take shape. The gold rush had unleashed a force that was building more than just a mining camp. It was forging a city. The energy of the gold rush propelled Johannesburg's growth at an astonishing pace. From a makeshift mining camp, it rapidly evolved into a bustling city. Streets were paved, trams clanged through the growing suburbs, and grand Victorian buildings, a testament to the newfound wealth, lined the avenues. The discovery of diamonds in other parts of South Africa further fueled Johannesburg's rise. The city became a hub for finance, commerce and industry, attracting even more people seeking their fortune. The gold rush had ignited the engine of progress, and Johannesburg was on a fast track to becoming a major metropolis. But this rapid growth came at a cost. The influx of people led to overcrowding, poverty and social inequalities. The gap between the haves and the have-nots widened, laying the groundwork for the social and political challenges that would come to define much of Johannesburg's history. The city, built on the promise of gold, was also grappling with the complexities of rapid urbanization and the growing pains of a young and rapidly changing society. As Johannesburg prospered and grew, a dark cloud began to cast its shadow over the city, the system of racial segregation known as apartheid. Introduced in 1948, apartheid laws divided communities, stripped black South Africans of their rights, and relegated them to the margins of society. The vibrant and diverse city became increasingly segregated. Black South Africans were forcibly removed from their homes and confined to townships, overcrowded and underdeveloped areas on the outskirts of Johannesburg. Soweto, the most famous of these townships, became a symbol of the struggle against apartheid. Apartheid laws touched every aspect of life in Johannesburg. Black South Africans were denied access to quality education, healthcare and economic opportunities. The city, once a beacon of hope and opportunity, became a place of division and oppression. The fight for freedom and equality became deeply intertwined with the identity of Johannesburg. The city, born from the pursuit of gold, became a battleground for a different kind of treasure, the fight for human dignity and the end of racial segregation. Section 5. The struggle for freedom. Johannesburg became a focal point of the resistance against apartheid. From the streets of Soweto to the courtrooms where activists challenged unjust laws, the city was alive with the spirit of defiance. Leaders like Nelson Mandela, Walter Sisulu and Oliver Tambo emerged, their voices echoing through the streets, demanding justice and equality. The world watched as the people of Johannesburg, and indeed all of South Africa, rose up against apartheid. Images of peaceful protests met with brutal police crackdowns, of schoolchildren marching for their rights and of activists risking their lives for freedom flashed across television screens globally. The struggle was long and arduous, marked by both triumphs and tragedies. But through it all, the spirit of the people of Johannesburg remained unbroken. They knew that the fight for freedom was a fight worth waging, a fight for the soul of their city and their nation. The dismantling of apartheid in the early 1990s marked a pivotal moment in Johannesburg's history, a testament to the courage and resilience of its people. The end of apartheid in 1994 ushered in a new era for Johannesburg, an era of hope, reconciliation and rebuilding. The city, once sharply divided, began the slow and often painful process of healing and integration. The dismantling of apartheid laws brought about significant changes. Black South Africans were finally free to live, work and move about the city without restriction. The walls of segregation crumbled, and Johannesburg began to breathe the fresh air of freedom. But the legacy of apartheid left deep scars. The social and economic disparities that had been entrenched for decades didn't disappear overnight. Johannesburg faced the daunting task of addressing these inequalities and creating a more just and equitable society. It was the dawn of a new chapter for Johannesburg, a chapter filled with both challenges and opportunities as the city sought to redefine itself in a post-apartheid era. Today, Johannesburg is a city of contrasts, a vibrant tapestry woven from its complex and often tumultuous past. It's a city where gleaming skyscrapers stand tall alongside the remnants of its mining heritage, where bustling markets hum with energy, and where the echoes of history resonate in its streets. It's a city that embraces its African identity while also being a global player, a hub of commerce, finance and innovation. Johannesburg is home to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, Africa's largest stock exchange, and attracts businesses and investors from around the world. But Johannesburg is also a city grappling with the challenges of inequality, poverty and crime. The scars of its past are still visible, a reminder of the work that still needs to be done to create a more just and equitable society. Despite these challenges, the spirit of Johannesburg remains undimmed. It's a city of resilience, creativity and hope, a city that continues to evolve and redefine itself on the global stage. Johannesburg has emerged as a major player on the global stage. It's a gateway to Africa, a hub for business, tourism and culture, and a city that's attracting attention for its dynamism and innovation. The city has hosted major international events, including the FIFA World Cup in 2010, showcasing its ability to handle large-scale events and welcome visitors from around the world. Its arts and culture scene is flourishing with world-class museums, theatres and art galleries. Johannesburg is also a centre for education and research, home to leading universities and research institutions that are making significant contributions in various fields. The city is attracting talented individuals from across Africa and beyond, drawn by its opportunities and its unique energy. Johannesburg's global significance is undeniable. It's a city that's shaping the narrative of modern Africa, a city that's looking to the future with optimism and ambition. As Johannesburg looks to the future, it faces both challenges and opportunities. The city must address issues such as inequality, poverty and crime, while also harnessing its strengths to create a more prosperous and inclusive society. Investment in education, job creation and infrastructure development will be crucial to unlocking the city's full potential. Johannesburg has a young and growing population, and empowering young people through education and skills development will be essential for its future success. Sustainability is also a key focus for Johannesburg. The city is implementing initiatives to reduce its environmental impact, promote green spaces, and create a more livable and sustainable urban environment. Johannesburg's journey is far from over. It's a city that's constantly evolving, always striving to be better, to overcome its past, and to embrace the opportunities of the future. The City of Gold is writing a new chapter in its history, a chapter defined by hope, innovation and the enduring spirit of its people.